What's going on, my peoples? It's your boy, Mr. OBF. Welcome to the OBF, the network, people. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. If you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real Cash App and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Excuse me. Need more information to donate to the channel or subscribe to the channel? It's down there scrolling below, people. All right, man. We're going to talk a little boxing before I get into some stories later in the live stream. Listen, man. Hopefully we get a OBF show to come up later on with the OBF members or whatever. But it is what it is. Listen, man. Shawn Porter is out here kissing ass. And, you know, I don't like that you got this high expectation of somebody, or you talk highly of somebody, and then when somebody that is supposed to be the competition to that person, you kiss their ass too, right? And not stand on business, right? So Shawn Porter decided to do an interview with Bill Haney, and decides to allow Bill Haney to come on his platform and spill nonsense. I remember when people were saying, "Oh, they didn't like that Cat Williams allowed." They didn't like that Cat Williams was allowed to get on Shannon Sharp on Club Shay Shay and just go off like that. I remember Steven Jackson saying that bullshit, right? And shout out to Stack, but Stack on some bullshit with that. Talking about he would have stopped this and stopped that. Get the fuck out of here. Listen, I don't care if it's for promotion or what Bill Haney does. Bill Haney does a lot of shit that crosses lines that where people take shit personally. And he has no reason to do a lot of the bullshit that he does, but he does it. So Shawn Porter allowed him to come on there, and he acted a fucking fool like he always do. Bernard Hopkins already to push your ass and ready to whip your ass, and you still out there running your mouth like a fucking bitch. Now, listen, I'm gonna say this to Bill Haney and the Devin Haney fans and all that. Listen, this is how the game of boxing works. I understand that you thought, and you may be a little frustrated and a little upset that your son is not where you thought he was going to be. Okay? After all the accomplishments that he got, right? Devin Haney is a star, but he's not a superstar. Okay? Devin Haney doesn't draw a big draw to sell out an arena. We have seen this shit already. And only time he sells out arenas is when he with another big name. If you cannot sell out an arena by yourself with a no-name person that you're fighting, that's not, what just say, doesn't have a big name, and they're not coming there to see you more than they're coming to see the other person, it's going to be a few thousands that may come to see you get your ass whipped that's against you, and maybe that person's fans. But if you don't have more fans that come to support you to sell out an arena, you're not a superstar. Let's just be honest about this shit. The hate that Bill Haney and Devin Haney has for Tank Davis is fucking out of control. Devin Haney fans as well. You're out of fucking control. You cannot get mad at Tank because the money ain't there. See, what's the problem is that if they was to negotiate a fight, right? We already know, they know, Devin Haney fans know, Tank fans know, every fans know that Tank is the A side. On Real Talk, Devin Haney really is the C side, not even the B side. He's a C sider. Okay? He's not Ryan Garcia. He can't go and sell out an arena by himself. Okay? It's already been proved. So, negotiations will go like this. Tank is the A side. Devin Haney is the B or C side. Okay? You get in there. The number one issue is going to be the weight. The weight. Where are we going to fight at? Now, let's break down that. Just the weight. Devin Haney was at 135 when he became undisputed. He was already under contract with ESPN, so he could not fight Tank Davis in the last year and a half. He just couldn't. It was impossible. He would have breached contract if he'd have just said, "Nah, I'm not going to fight George Kambosos in the rematch." He could have got sued. Okay? Then at the same time, if he got a fight set up, another fight on ESPN, which was Lomachenko, if he'd have said, "No, I'm not," say he did fight Kambosos the second time and said, "Nah, I don't want to fight Lomachenko, I'm going to fight Tank," that's a breach of contract. So he could not do that. He's under contract. He wasn't a free agent. He couldn't just do that. And then on the second part of that, for all the stupid people out here, do you understand that Bob Arum do not want to do business with Floyd Mayweather in any type of way if he don't really have to? He already said that. So he's not going to get PBC fighters are not going to. It's going to be once in a blue moon you may see that type of shit happen. Just like the Ron Garcia in the Tank Davis fight. That was a once in a blue moon type of fight because you had two different promotional companies finally coming together and doing that. That's rare. Bob ain't trying to do that. So you need to understand that before you ass kissers, you get out here and you talk nonsense. Because some shit is about weight and some shit is just about business. And then promotional. Who's the promoters? Okay? So that's number two. So it was no way impossible that Tank Davis and Devin Haney was going to fight in a year and a half. A whole year and a half. They was not going to fight. Now, let me put you on game. If Devin Haney, because Eddie, he did his fight with Lomachenko. Two things that Devin Haney did, his team did, that we knew that this fight with Tank is not going to happen. Okay? Two things he did. When he got out his contract with ESPN and Bob Arum at Top Rank, you know what he did? He was supposed to go ahead and fight Shakur and do another one or two deal over there with Top Rank. He didn't do that because he didn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. Not for, and when it came down to business, for that little bit ass money. I'm just telling you. Because neither one of these niggas sell. Like Tank. So they weren't going to make a whole buku of money. Right? So Devin, as a businessman, his team, and salute to him. They didn't want to do that with Shakur. It's a high risk going to fight Shakur for some little bit of ass money. I get it. And you feel like your son, Devin, I'm up here now, man. I'm have the confidence, but we all know that you're not there. But you feel that you should be getting more money because you got all these things, these attributes that you got. You got, right? That's cool. The problem with that is you left it. You didn't take the fight with Shakur at 135, and you could have got that fight with him over there at the PBC. What people don't want to realize about that as well, Bob already came out and said that Devin Haney does not sell. Bob not lying because it's proving. It's already proved. He seen the numbers. See, when he did the fight in Australia, that's one thing. When he comes back and he fights Lomachenko in Vegas, put that bitch on pay-per-view, what'd it do? 150. Right? Now, we all know a lot of those people in that arena, they was Lomachenko fans. They was Lomachenko people that was buying them pay-per-views. Not Devin Haney fans. We all know this. Now, if you think I'm lying about that, then okay. Let's go a little forward. He goes over there with Eddie Hearn. Fights Regis Prograis. Somebody that has a name, but not really a name. He doesn't sell out arenas. Regis Prograis may sell out maybe arena, but he may not sell out stadiums or anything bigger of an arena, right? So he's not somebody that's big like that. But Devin Haney's the A-side, right? He's supposed to be the superstar. They didn't sell out in Oakland, claim his hometown. Not really his hometown, that's his daddy's hometown. But anyway, but it's Oakland. He couldn't sell that bitch out. We know this for a fact. Okay? He put the bitch on pay-per-view. The Zone put it on pay-per-view. He only sold 30 to 50,000 pay-per-views. But Devin Haney's the star. Why is he not selling at least 150? He couldn't do that. Let's be real. Now, let's go back. So now we know that he can't sell without Lomachenko, a big star, a big name, a bigger star than him. All them accolades he got, he couldn't sell by himself. Regis Prograis got a name, but he ain't nobody big like that. Nobody know who he is. Outside of the casual boxing fans, nobody knew who the fuck is Regis Prograis. Yeah, he a champion. He was a champion. So what? Regis wasn't selling out arenas. He wasn't. Now, that's one. So now let's talk about the weight. Devin Haney decides, he said, him and his daddy in the beginning, when he was in the midst of a fighting and promoting the fight with Lomachenko. Shakur was calling him out at that time. He said that he's not leaving 135. So he was going to stick around at 135 for two people, right? So now, for that weight class at 135, when Shakur said, no, I'm stepping up first, I want the first bite, he wasn't going to get it with Tank because Tank was basically going to be off for the rest of the year. So that wasn't going to happen because of Tank legal shit. That was not going to happen. We all know that. You can blame Tank or whatever, but we all know that fight wasn't going to happen last year. So you had Shakur. So he so-called offered Shakur low ball money. Shakur said, no, I'm not taking that bullshit. Nigga, we on the same level. I don't give a fuck you undisputed. You don't sell out arenas like I do. Or if we do, we sell about the same. Yeah, but you could be the A-side since you the undisputed champion. That's fine. But you ain't gonna lowball me. What he should have did was say, look, just like Ron did. Tank say, look, I'm giving you 30% of everything. Everything you get 30% of. That's why, whatever the 30% of. But Devin Haney and his peoples, they already knew that they wasn't big draws. So they knew they wasn't going to sell out that much. He probably did more with Shakur than he did with Regis Prograis, believe it or not. But they wasn't going to do big numbers, crazy numbers. But they was going to do some decent numbers. I believe they could have probably got about 250,000 of pay-per-views. Probably more than that if they'd have promoted that shit right. But Bob don't promote his fighters good. On real talk. Especially the black fighters. But that's a whole nother story. So, he didn't fight. Well, he lowballed Shakur with some type of shit of 25% or some bullshit like that. Look, nigga, I give you 30% on everything. I'm taking 70. I'm undisputed. Or, nigga, I give you 40% and I take 60%. Because around like 30 to 40%, that's what actually Tank offered Ron Garcia. Ron Garcia took it. He knew Shakur wasn't going to take no 25. So, let's go over that narrative that he did that. We know it's more deeper than that, but let's go over that narrative. Shakur said, fuck that. So Shakur says, you know what? To make this shit fair, nigga, I'm a petition to be your mandatory. Take it to a purse bid, if I'm not mistaken. Take it to a purse bid. So he does that. You know what Devin Haney and his father does? They decide to move up to 140. So now, at this point, Devin Haney should not be calling out anybody at 135 and down no more. Because now, nigga, you are 140. And we all know you was big for the weight. We get that. You big for the weight. We get it. You can't make it like that. Fine. But you shouldn't be calling those niggas out. You shouldn't be saying y'all got to move up to fight me. Because if that's the case, they could tell you the same shit. Nigga, you ain't that bigger than me. You supposed to move down to me. Even though you undisputed and all that shit, you still ain't bigger than Tank. So why Tank got to move up to 140 to fight you? None of that shit never makes any sense. But anyway, Devin Haney fans like to run with that dumb shit. So now, he moves up to 140. So he gets up to 140. The whole time, he's setting up a fight with Regis Prograis, and in discussions, business, he's trying to get a fight with Tank. Now, mind you, you know you can't get a fight with Tank right now, last year, because Tank is still going through the situation with the courts. Tank can't even leave his fucking state of Baltimore. I mean, the city of Baltimore. He can't leave. You know this already. And Devin Haney fans are so stupid that they act like, oh, Tank could have said, no, he couldn't have. No, he couldn't have. You trying to make the best money, right? Only way that if they'd have fought in Baltimore or some shit like that, you got to do the Ravens Stadium. They ain't got no dome. You trying to sell that bitch out. You trying to make money, so you go to Vegas. That's where the money at. This is about business too. And I'm going to get to that part. So you already know you can't fight Tank. You still can't fight. So you move up, the duck Shakur, because I'm going to say that. That's a duck. You duck Shakur on purpose. Because you lied and said you was going to stay at 135 to fight anybody, Tank or Shakur. You said that out your mouth. Your daddy said that. So, okay. You didn't do it, so you ducked Shakur. You moved up. So now you want to call out Tank in the midst of you trying to get a fight with Regis Prograis. But then you calling out Tank talking about he ducking, he don't want to fight and all this other shit. You're talking shit to promote your fucking your fight with Regis Prograis that you know ain't gonna make no money. You may get us a couple of millions, but you know you can get more fucking with Tank in them. You handpicked Regis Prograis. Nobody in their right mind thought that Regis Prograis would ever beat Tank if Tank even moved up to 140. He's tailor-made for Tank. Cause see, everybody think, oh, Tank just this, this brawler. He just knock people out of time. No, he's an excellent boxer. He'd have did this. He'd have knocked Regis Prograis out. Actually, that's the difference. The fight would probably have looked a little more entertaining because Regis Prograis would have probably had a lot of chances to throw and land some shit because Tank probably would try to figure him out. See, this is what we love about Tank fights. We know sooner or later Tank gonna knock this nigga out. Anybody out. We already know that. We waiting for that. That's why Tank is Tank. And Devin is Devin. He don't knock nobody out. He knocking a nigga down. He caught a nigga with a shot that he didn't see. You got a nigga that's tailor-made. He was tailor-made for Tank too. He'll be tailor-made for Shakur as well. Now, let's be real. So, Devin Haney moves up to 140. He fights Regis Prograis. Great win, bro. Give you that. Tailor-made for you, but great win. People gave Regis Prograis a chance. I did as well. Because I said if he catch him, he can clip him. But Devin Haney got skills to pay the bills, so he understood what he should not do. And I told y'all, he wasn't going to sit in the pocket like he did with Lomachenko. With Regis Prograis. They hit harder up there. They hit harder. He wasn't going to sit there in the pocket with no Regis Prograis. If he did, it'd have been stupid. He'd have got his ass clipped. He did the right thing. He fought a great boxing match, and that is what it is. He didn't whip Regis Prograis' ass, but he basically showed him, I'm more superior of a boxer than you. I'm better than you. We all kind of knew that. So, he did what he had to do. So, instead of Bill Haney and Devin Haney focusing on the 140, come out and say, you know what, look, we in a different weight class. Tank down there. If Tank ever come up, the one that want to come to fight at 140, we here for the fight. We here for it. We here for it. But we can't keep talking about Tank because Tank ain't in our weight class. So we going after the champions. That's all he had to say. But no, not Bill Haney, not Devin Haney. You still want to go down and be a weight bully. You still want to talk goofy shit. So, you still want to keep Tank name in your mouth because we all know you're jealous of Tank. You and your daddy. Y'all jealous. So now, he's supposed to set up a fight with a couple of dudes. Matias and Tiafimo, everybody. He had all these different dudes that he could fight. But then Ryan comes up because Ryan wins his fight. So he's supposed to get a fight with Ryan. Now, in the midst of that fight of him working negotiations out with Ryan and his team, because they still all on the same, platform, promoting, thing, right? That's an easy fight to make. But you know what Bill does? Bill talks his son out of a fucking fight. Because he starts disrespecting Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is not fighting. You disrespecting Floyd. Floyd ain't say nothing bad about your son. You disrespect Floyd. So you talk your son and yourself out of a fight with Ryan Garcia. You did that. Now, mind you, Ryan is ready to leave the zone and all that shit, and Oscar, all them, Eddie Hearn. He ready to leave all them motherfuckers. Whoever his next fight gonna be, it'll be his last fight over there. He ready to leave. So he says, nah, I'll go fight Rolly then. Because we gonna be real. Floyd put something in his ear. It was like, hey man, you can come over here and make way more money fighting Rolly Romero than fighting Devin Haney. He not lying about that, but I know that Floyd did that shit out of pettiness and on purpose because of with Devin Haney father, coming at him and saying that bullshit. I know that was part of it, and at the same time he want to stick it to Oscar. I'm telling y'all this. Devin Haney is not going to fight Ryan Garcia. He's not getting that fight. Because of Bill Haney. Bill Haney fucked that fight up. He fucked it up. So even if he doesn't fight, Ryan don't fight Rolly Romero, he's going to most likely fight some old trash ass fight over there at the zone. And that'll be his last fight. And then he go over there and he's going to fight Rolly. If Rolly don't get his ass whipped in his next fight. So the Rolly fight, it still can happen. But from what I'm seeing, Oscar ain't trying to let that shit happen. And I don't, a part of me don't blame him. But at the same time, you're going to lose Ryan regardless. And why won't you just go let him fight Rolly to get that money? Because whoever you face him up with, you ain't going to make the same money that whoever he fights over there that you want him to fight ain't going to make the same money if you let him go over there and fight somebody over at the PBC. We already know that. So, it's up to Oscar, really. Because if I'm Ryan, I'm gonna say to Oscar, look, man, you can make more money. We can make more money. Go ahead and fuck with Floyd and them over the PBC with Rolly. We can make big money over there. But if you want me to fight this dude and just to keep all this little bit ass money we gonna make over here for this, then I do that. But you know I'm still gonna be out. Just to let you know that. So you want to make this little bit ass money knowing I'm gonna be out, or you want to go make this big money and I'm still gonna be out. Regardless, I'm out. So this is really up to Oscar how he want to do that. So that's why, like at the end of the day, that's why Bill and them, that's why Devin Haney is not fighting Devin Haney. I mean Ryan Garcia. He's not getting that fight. Because Floyd already in Ryan's head. Do not give that motherfucker opportunity. I told y'all, it was something that, shout out to Coach Calvin. Hope he come home. You know what I mean? Got this brother locked up for some nonsense bullshit talk. They didn't give him no bail. Like, how you don't give a nigga no bail on state charges? But like I said, people don't understand. Coach Calvin got a long record, about, being in them streets. So y'all gotta understand that's why he didn't get no bail. So motherfuckers like, Tank ain't gonna pay for his bail. Yeah, Tank will pay for this fucking bail, nigga. You know what I mean? And like I said, in the city of Baltimore, and I don't know where, like, y'all think this or not, people hate here. Listen, I'm talking about from police to, I'm talking about from street motherfuckers, regular people, to police, to judges, to senators and shit like that that's in our city. They hate. They don't like in Baltimore, we don't like to see our people be who they are. Like you know what I mean? Like to make the city better. We'd rather hate because we supposed to be there. We think that way. We're a hating ass city. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all on that. That's why they doing that shit to Tank, and that's why they doing this shit to Coach Calvin. They could have gave him a bail. Where the fuck he gonna go? He a citizen now. Where he gonna go? If he gotta go fly out there to such or whatever, why y'all ain't let him do that? Get him off. Get this man a bail. This man 50-something years old. Y'all got him in there with these hoodlums. He out here doing shit for the community, and you got him locked up over some nonsense, some he say, she say. Ain't no evidence. You ain't seen the evidence, so how the fuck you know? But like I said, a part of me understand because he does have a past, Coach Cal. But shout out to Coach Cal. That's the OG. But he good in jail. He fine. He getting taken care of. He fine in jail. I tell you that shit. Believe it or not. Don't get that shit twisted. It's just the point that he in there on some bullshit. They won't give him bail. That shit crazy. But anyway. What I was saying. I fucking jaw, my tooth hurt bad, man. But yeah. So Devin Haney was never going to fight Tank Davis. And he fucked that fight up with Ryan. Bill Haney and them fucks up fights. It's like Terrence Crawford. They fuck fights up and then they wonder why nobody want to do business with them. Why they can't be superstars. Because they don't know how to fucking keep their mouth shut. You ain't even established. Bill Haney, y'all ain't even established like that as a promotional company. And you out here acting a fucking fool. You ain't Floyd Mayweather. You ain't the Money Team. You ain't PBC. You ain't none of this. You ain't even Tank. You ain't, your promotional company ain't shit. It's not on that level. But anyway, so he decides, he fucks that fight up with Ryan. So now they stuck. So now I'm asking everybody, who the fuck is Devin Haney gonna fight next? You know he's under contract with Eddie Hearn in the zone. Who he gonna fight? Because they looking for the big money. They looking to be a superstar. They think they superstars, but they ain't nothing but a star. So who they gonna fight? Unless Tank come out and say, nigga, look, I'm gonna give you the fight. Unless Tank want that. But Tank don't listen. I'm gonna just say this on real talk, cause see, I ain't them type of niggas that because everybody, you just want to see the fight. No, nigga, I'm petty. You do fucked up shit to me, and you be petty and say fucked up shit about me. Listen, if I'm Tank, I'm not giving Devin Haney a fight. For number one, you ain't in my weight class. Number two, whatever I offer you and you don't take it, you ain't getting no fight. At this point, I ain't trying to be fair to you. Too much disrespect coming from your side. You can't get mad at the person that comes out to defend themselves when somebody attacks you. You can't get mad at the person whatever they say. You attack Tank first. Disrespect them first. We not doing that. Nigga, so whatever I give you, you gonna take. And if you don't take it, fuck out of here. That goes for everything. And like I said, people want a bitch. What about the weight thing? Listen to me. If I'm Tank, they got two options. You can fight me at 135 with a rehydration clause, or you can fight. I'll fight you at 140, and we get weighed in the same day we fight. That's how they used to do it back in the old school. Remember, Devin ain't talking about, we got to do it like we used to do it back in the old school. Well, back in the old school, nigga, they weighed in the same day of the fight. That's old school. And that's all I'm offering you. The money, nigga, you take it. I give you 30. I give you 30%. That's it. Because we know you don't sell. You shouldn't even be getting 30 because you don't sell. If Tank was to fight Pitbull Cruz, he can get Pitbull Cruz about 40% if he wanted to. Pitbull Cruz going to bring some fans in. Way more than Devin Haney. And he ain't as accomplished as Devin Haney. Because he got a whole people that's going to come for him. Come for him. Y'all got to know how this shit works. Now let's get to the business. Let me explain something to y'all. This is how the business of boxing works. Tank is not a free agent. Tank got his own promotional company. He doing well, but his partnership, his promotional company, if you want to say, is partnered with the PBC with Al Heyman. Okay, so he's a PBC fighter. Okay, now Devin Haney is signed with Eddie Hearn, the Zone in them. He got his little promotional company, but his promotional company is not bigger than Tank's. You got them over there. When they get to start talking about business, right? The two promoters is going to have to say, listen, what the split going to be? It can't be 50-50. Because we offer more. Our talent over here, Tank, we offer more. So it ain't going to be a 50-50. So the Zone going to have to be like, okay, well, Eddie Hearn going to have to be like, all right, cool. And I think Eddie Hearn he's going to be okay with it because he want the big fight. There's one thing about Eddie. He not like Bob and shit. Okay? Or even Oscar to a certain extent. So Eddie might be like, all right, cool. 60-40. Okay. I'm Tank. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, what the fighter's going to get? 60-40. So now Devin going to have to take the 70-30 or he going to take the 60-40. But if I'm Tank, I'm giving his ass 30 because he don't bring shit in. He got a promotional company. If you want to throw that on top of that, 35. Because your promotional company going to help promote the shit out of this. So I'll give you 35. But I ain't giving you more than Ryan. Because I believe Ryan got 40%. Now, because we're going to look at the numbers. What have he done in pay-per-view? His last two pay-per-views, 150 and 50. 30 to 50. Come on. Tank last two pay-per-views, he did 200 and something. To 3. 250 to 3. When he fought Hector Garcia, and then when he fought Ryan, he had over $1 million. We already know what the gate like. We ain't got to talk about the gates. Even with the Hector Garcia shit, we ain't got to talk about the gates. We already know who put asses in the seats. So that's not even up for debate. So you're going to take the 30 or the 35? Because we ain't going all past 35. That's the business. So you got to take that or leave that. We know he not going to walk out first. Tank is. We already, the gloves, all that shit, we all know that's what it took care of. Now, the second thing, after all that, is the weight. And that probably be first or second. But the weight is, hey, bro, like I said, this is business. No advantages. You're going to fight me at 135 with a rehydration clause in it. Or I'll fight you at 140, but we going to weigh in the day of the fight. Devin Haney walking around this bitch on fight night with our weight. I weigh about 175. And he fight niggas at 135 and 140. 140, something like that. Maybe they might be getting up to 150 or some shit like that. And then they small niggas. Nah, bro. Nah. Fuck that. No. That's not happening. Motherfuckers, oh, Tank trying to have a weight advantage. Well, what's the difference of Devin Haney having a weight advantage? If this nigga come in, we wearing that 140, and then he got a whole day and a half, and we know that he comes in around 170 something? Come on, bro. Nah. He been doing that shit in a lot of the fights. People didn't want to bring this up. Devin Haney, from my sources, had a weight clause in, and when he fought Lomachenko, he couldn't get that goddamn big. He couldn't get that big. Lomachenko was like, hell no, he can't be coming in here in 160, 170 and shit like that. No. Fuck out of here, man. That's the business part of it. So at the end of the day, what I want to say to Devin Haney and his fans and Bill Haney, you don't even deserve a fight with Tank. I don't give a fuck. You haven't proved nothing to me. Your resume is not that better than Tank's. Because you can throw all the undisputeds and all that, but you still don't make the money Tank make. You can't generate. Because that counts too. Your belts don't count more than Tank not being undisputed or having them belts. Because you know why? Because Tank put asses in the seats. Money talks. Bullshit was. Them belts don't put money in the seats. Tank is bigger than the sport. No, I'm sorry. He's bigger than the belts. He's bigger than the goddamn belts. We all know that. You know that. We know that. Everybody knows that. So stop trying to act like, oh, he undisputed. He got, nigga, that's all to boost your shit up. Tank don't need that. His name is enough. That's the difference. If your belts meant all your accolades meant as they proclaim that the Devin Haney And Bill always say he's undisputed, did all this shit, all this accolades he got. And so this, awesome things, these outlandish things that he did. Why is it that when if you really, no matter what, you get in negotiations with Tank, who is the A side? Who's the A side? Even if Devin Haney came in there with them belts and fought Tank undisputed, who's still the A side? It's Tank. You already knew that. You'll fail. 7-8 sports, all you motherfuckers, y'all all know that. You talk all that bullshit about ducking and all that other goofy shit that y'all talk about, bro. That's why I don't watch you niggas no more. Talk all that goofy shit. You know who the A side is. You mad because Tank, regardless, you say he don't fight nobody. Well, that lets you know something too. All right, you can say, okay, Tank ain't fought nobody. We go off your narrative. Okay, fine. But why is it that Tank can fight nobodies and generate more than your fighter that have all these accolades and still can't sell? And still ain't the A side. Tell me how that matters. Let me tell you why. Because Tank knock niggas out. Tank is exciting when he's in the ring. We're waiting for him to do something spectacular. When your fighter get in there, we waiting for your fighter to do nothing but box. Because he doesn't have any power. He knocked down Regis Prograis. He didn't hurt him. He just caught him with a good shot. He stunned him. Okay, cool. He got back the fuck up. But you see that Devin Haney didn't go and try to finish him. If Tank knock a nigga down, Tank gonna try to finish him. See, it's a difference. Tank Davis is a killer. He's a dog. Devin Haney, a boxer. There's no dog in him. None. No killer and no dog in him. He's just a boxer, bro. And very, very good at what he does. Very, very good at what he does. But sometimes that shit don't matter to match certain matchups. Devin Haney can't make mistakes. He has to be perfect to fight Tank. That goes for Shakur. I done watched both of these fighters. I still think Shakur has the better chance to beat Tank. I still think Tank could clip his ass, but Shakur has a better chance of beating Tank. Because he's not gonna knock Tank out. None of these niggas got power like that to knock Tank out. We know Tank got a chin. Tank gotta be in there with niggas that hit hard. And he has been. Hit way harder. They may not have the skills like Shakur or Devin, but they hit harder. He been in there with fighters that hit harder and didn't run from them. I remember the motherfuckers were saying, oh, Tank was running and holding, when he fought Rolly and Ryan. Because he understood their power. But he didn't go nowhere. They still could have got to him. It ain't Tank's fault that these niggas ain't got skills. But Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson is not going to sit there with Tank or follow him around. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. They're not going to do that because they're going to get knocked the fuck out. That shot that Tank hit Ron with, shout out to Ron, but that shot he hit Ron with, if he hit Devin Haney or Shakur with one of those shots, they going night-night, nigga. They going night-night. Even the shot he caught Rolly with, they going night-night. We haven't seen them in there with a dude with that type of a nigga. Like we seen Shakur in there with a dude that had power. He ran. The thing about Tank ain't gonna do what the Dominican dude did. If Tank come at you, it's gonna be different. You ain't gonna have no reason but to fight. You ain't have no reason but to fight. If Tank catch you, it's night-night, nigga. Night-night. It's night-night. See, motherfuckers be like, oh, you just a Tank fan. No, nigga, I watch boxing. I love boxing, nigga. This is my favorite sport. NBA was my favorite sport, but this is my favorite sport. I've been watching boxing since I was a kid. Listen, I'm telling you. I've been in the gym too, nigga. I know I throw these hands too. I ain't the greatest, but I throw these hands. But look. And I know boxers too that teach me the game. Tell you something, man. The only person that got a better chance of beating Tank is somebody with boxing skills with power. But they better have a chin. Because Tank gonna hit your ass too. I just need y'all to know that. And see, the thing about what Tank is, you probably only can beat Tank, even if you're a great boxer with power, or you're just a power puncher. The only thing, you might only can just beat him on points. It's the only way you probably can beat Tank. It's the only way. Motherfuckers don't be understanding this shit, man. Let's go to a quick commercial break, people. We right back. Alright, people, we're back from a quick commercial break. Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button so you guys get the live streams when we go live, people. If you can, donate to the channel. Go to OBF The Real, Cash App, and donate to the channel, people. We highly appreciate anything you guys can donate to the channel. Need more information to subscribe and donate to the channel? Down there, strolling below, people. Highly appreciate it. And make sure you guys share the video, man. Yeah, man. That's how that shit go. That's the business of it. That's why you won't see a Tank fight. Now, listen. Only way that fight will happen, because I don't know what Devin contract is after he fight again this year with Eddie Hearn. It might be his last one. We don't know. Usually when Devin and his team go to a promotional company, they usually do a 3-fight deal. So we may not see that him and Devin fight ever, or they may not fight this year. My honest opinion. Just being real. But yeah, so that's how that's gonna go. So all this confusion of who, Tank gonna fight and all that, not fighting Devin, and Devin scared of him, and Tank scared of him. That's not what that is. This shit is about business at the end of the day. And like I said, and it's about who's the star and who's a superstar. Tank is a superstar. He's a star. He's with a different promotional company. Tank is with a different promotional company. That shit matters. So when everybody out here ripping and running, they Tank ducking, Devin ducking, they can't duck each other. They can't. Because if you really want to call somebody a duck, it's Devin. He always keep going to the other side. He never goes to the side when he's a free agent to go over there and say, look, give me a fight over there at PBC, and then I want that fight with Tank. That's kind of what Canelo was kind of doing. Real talk. Regardless of who Canelo fight next, he's going to have to fight Benavidez before that contract is up. He got a 3-fight deal with the PBC. He just fought Charlo, and he might fight some random nigga for all we know at PBC or whatever. It might be a good fight. We don't know who he's going to pick. But he should be fighting Benavidez, but I think he's only going to fight Benavidez in September. I don't think he's going to fight Benavidez right away. His confidence ain't fully there yet. So, people got to be real about that. Got to understand how this business works. Motherfuckers be talking, oh, this boxing, fighters to fight the fighters. Nigga, we don't live back in the 60s. It's like when old people be talking about, well, this how shit used to be, but it ain't like that now. Get over it. Get the fuck over it. It's not like how it used to be. Get over it. It's how this shit work. Learn how to move on. Learn how the future works, nigga. Learn how the new business work now. Fuck out of here. I'm so sick of that shit. But let's get out of here with this. Let me just say this about Earl. Earl got his ass whipped in July when he fought Terrence Crawford. That shit broke my heart. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It broke my heart so bad, and still breaks my heart that he got his ass whipped the way he did. I haven't even, I usually watch fights, after they over, even if it's a person that I fuck with that lost, I still go watch that fight again. I haven't watched the Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence fight, and I think it's because of the simple fact that, yeah, it hurts, but I think it's because I knew when I watched that fight, I was looking like, Earl, what the fuck is you doing? It didn't even look like Earl. Like, he looked like he just wanted to get in there and brawl. But he had no pop on his punches and shit. I was like, what the fuck going on with him? I just couldn't figure the fuck. I knew something was wrong, but I just couldn't put my finger on it. Like, yo, is he drained? Or, like, what the fuck? I don't know what's going on with this nigga. Like, Earl don't fight like that. He as much as Earl a brawler, he throws them hands. He's still smart. He still can box. He's still a boxer. And I'm like, yo, and he still got decent defense. He's like, this nigga was just sitting there getting hit with that. What the fuck is going on with this nigga? Like, I was almost like he was impatient. Like, you listen, he wasn't listening to his corner or nothing. So, come find out, this nigga Earl just basically, he wasn't right, like I told y'all, but it's no excuse. You get your ass in that ring, you put them gloves on, and you get fucked up. That's on you. So, it ain't an excuse. I'm giving Terrence Crawford all the props in the world for whipping Earl Smith's ass. But I still fuck with Earl. I know something wrong with him. I knew something was wrong with him, but there ain't no excuse. You got your ass in that ring. And like I said, you could have pulled out this fight if you would have never sat around and waited for this nigga. Bad business deal you did with Terrence Crawford. Bad business deal. Nigga, this is about business, nigga, too. Earl, don't you ever forget that. Any of you boxers, don't ever forget that. This is about business. Earl's supposed to fought somebody before he fought Terrence Crawford again. Terrence Crawford in July. You let that man get a warm-up fight and you sat around for almost a year and a half. Nigga, are you crazy? Fuck out of here. And then you go in the fight with bruised ribs or broken ribs or whatever the fuck was going on with you with your ribs. Then your eye wasn't right. Man, fuck out of here. Bad business moves. Bad business deal. Earl Spence Jr. Listen, bro. All that pride and all that shit, trying to show people that you real. Man, fuck all that, bro. You got your ass whipped because you sat there and allowed Terrence Crawford to take advantage of you in business. Fuck out of here. Nobody ever called Earl Spence a duck. Nobody. So it was no reason for this nigga to take that fight with all this shit going on and you was out for a whole year. Fuck out of here. Listen, I understand you was hurt. The ribs fucked up. Your eye needed whatever it needed. I get that, nigga. It doesn't matter. You got your ass whipped, Earl. I don't give a fuck. I said this shit when this shit was going on. Go look back at it. I said this is a bad business deal. Fuck you wait around this long for this nigga. And let me just explain something and why I'm saying this. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is a great fighter. Real talk. Terrence Crawford, when it comes to business, he is a C+ superstar. Earl just made him a B. Terrence Crawford don't put asses in the seats, nigga. He can't get a fight. For him to beat Earl Smith, why nobody like, oh, we want to fight Terrence Crawford? Nobody want to fight this nigga. He want to go fight everybody else. And if any nigga that do want to fight him, they just want to come up on him over a name. Because I'm not saying he ain't no star, but he ain't no superstar. Fuck out of here. You just beat Earl Smith Jr. And why you not no superstar? And this is before we knew anything about Earl injuries, nigga. Because you're not a star. You're not a superstar. Terrence Crawford, you a star. And you talking about you want to retire. Retire then, bitch. Retire. Nobody cares. Terrence Crawford act like we give a fuck about you, bro. You irrelevant anyway. I ain't waiting on another Terrence Crawford fight, nigga. Nigga, I'm waiting on another Benavidez fight before I'm waiting on another motherfucking Terrence Crawford fight. Fuck out of here, bro. You ain't never fought nobody but Earl and Shawn Porter. I ain't taking nothing away from him from beating those guys. But fuck out of here. You don't sell. You're a bad businessman. You bad for business. Number one, you can't sell a fight. Number two, you negotiate like you bigger than what you really are. Nobody want to deal with that shit. We just seen them promoters just seen what you took Al Heyman and Earl Smith through just to make this fight. I just want to tell Terrence Crawford, nigga, retire. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. You ain't that big outside of casual boxing fans. You're just not. Sorry to tell you. You only can sell out away from a high hour or somewhere the fuck you from. You only can sell out there, nigga. Nobody give a fuck about no Terrence Crawford, nigga. You gotta fight somebody that got a name. We already seen that you can't fight nobody without a name. It's like you and Devin Haney is in the same predicament. You niggas overrate yourself. Nobody's overrating your skills. We just talking about you niggas don't put asses in the seats. You keep thinking that you niggas are bigger than what you are. And you bad for business. You fucked up the money too, Terrence Crawford, with you and Earl. Because you was on some bullshit. You could have made the same money and probably more if you would have just fought him when you supposed to and stop overbidding yourself. But I want this guaranteed money. Okay, bro, you got all that money and your ass still can't get a big fight out of that. Yes, Earl was one of the money men, but it was niggas over top of him. When you can't get those fights. You want to fight motherfuckers that bring in the money. But what about you? Why you can't bring in the money? Then you like, oh, I want to go fight Canelo. First of all, let me just say this, bro. Your skills is what there is. I believe you will fight way better than Earl Spence to fight Canelo. I know that for a fact. But let me just tell you something. As much as I say whatever I say about Canelo, nigga, that ain't what you want. You don't want to fuck with Canelo. You don't want to fuck with that guy. Just on fighting. You might do a bevo on him, but you ain't going to knock out Canelo. Canelo ain't never been dropped. Ever. We done seen Canelo hurt, but we ain't never seen Canelo on the ground. Ever. And I don't believe nobody really could knock Canelo out. Honestly. When he fight Benavidez, I don't think Benavidez gonna knock him out. Benavidez can hurt his ass though. He not gonna knock Canelo out. The fuck out of here, nigga. You don't want that. And Benavidez is different, nigga. That's a different type of power. He big. That's different. You a little nigga coming down from 147. You want to go there and fight Canelo at 168. Nigga, go ahead. You gonna get fucked up going up there fucking with him. Fucking with Canelo. You stupid nigga. Nigga, it'd have been iffy if Earl would have did it. And Earl wasn't saying, I'm going to fight you at 168. Nigga, Earl was talking about a catch weight. You talking about you gonna go up to 168. That's how desperate I know you was. That's how I know you don't sell. That's how I know you can't sell by yourself. You only trying to get what nigga, you ain't gonna do no. You listen, you probably put on a better performance than Jamel. Charlo or fighting Canelo. But nigga, come on. You ain't beating Canelo, bro. Stop it. And if you do beat him, you gonna be on some Bivol shit. You gonna have to backtrack like a motherfucker. I'm telling you, Canelo hit you, throw something at you, nigga. All right. You talking about going up to 168. You ain't talking about a catchweight. You talking about 168. Canelo beat the shit out you, man. Stop, man. Honestly. Canelo knock your ass out. And it'd be sad for your career. Don't do that, bro. Don't do that. You know how you just sat in there kind of a little bit. And you moved back a little bit when you were fucking with Earl. Nigga, Canelo a different breed, nigga. Different breed. You talking about a nigga that's comfortable at his weight? Ah, nah. Fuck out of here. Earl wasn't comfortable as he was at 147. He been supposed to move up. He waiting on your dumb ass. He know he was supposed to wait up. That's what I was saying, man. Like Earl, like that's why I want to, like people be like, well, Kenny, well, it is true. I understand it's true about the injuries and the shit about Earl. I get that, but that's Earl's fault. I'm not giving him. Like, I'm not doing that with Earl, man. Fuck out of here. He did that shit to himself. And I think that's why he mad. He mad at himself. He ain't mad at nobody else. You will never hear him trying to say, not give, what's the name, his props. But he just saying, I got caught with a lot of this shit because he fucked up. He know he did. He ain't supposed to got his ass whipped like that. Nobody saying he was supposed to win, but he know he ain't supposed to got his ass whipped like that. It's not like he just had an off night. It wasn't that, bro. This nigga, I knew something was wrong with him. I said this shit. I was like, yo, Earl don't look the same. He just didn't look the same. Even in the weigh-in, I was like, Earl don't look right, man. I knew something was wrong when I seen them at the weigh-in and Earl said something to him and Terrence came over and they gave each other fives. I was like, yo, this shit bullshit. I'm like, Earl, what the fuck you doing? I ain't never seen Earl do that. Fuck out of here. Earl got respect for other fighters, but nigga, when it come down to fighting, he don't give a fuck. When I seen that, I knew it was some bullshit. I knew something was wrong. Earl don't be, giving a nigga a five and all that shit. Even if he respect the other fighter. I know him and Shawn Porter go way back and they got respect for each other. That didn't happen in that fight. I knew something was wrong with that nigga from there. I said, but I still ride it with my nigga because, I'm an Earl Spence fan. I fuck with Earl. That's my guy. I still rock with him. But I knew something wasn't right, bro. But I ain't trying to hear that shit now. I don't want to hear about the ribs. I don't want to hear about, the eye. I don't want to hear about that shit. You got your ass whipped. It was your fault. You should have never took that fight. You should have took another warm, got your shit together or whatever. You was hurt. Canceled that shit. You know what I mean? And got yourself healthy at least. You probably had to take another fight, but get yourself healthy and then go to another fight. Or y'all negotiate again and be like, hey, man, look, I can't do it, man. My shit fucked up. But we'll fight right out of that. Let me get a fight in, you get a fight, no fight in. And we'll come back at the, next year. But we gonna do it, right? But, no. That's all Earl fault. Earl got his ass whipped because of Earl. Now, nobody's saying he will win. I'm not saying he could have won. I'm just saying he got his ass whipped the way he got his ass whipped because of him. I keep telling y'all about them fighters too. A lot of them fighters, when shit boiled down, when they get in that arena, it's people coming in. They people coming in here to, hey man, we sold out this, we got this, so you kind of good. Earl already knew he was gonna get big bank. Big bank. He already got guaranteed 20 million. You let this dude come in there and play like, I already knew this shit was fucked up when he allowed Terrence Crawford to be to come out, and he only had one belt. He's only a champion at one division. I mean, you know, the BBC and the CBC and all that. He's only one. You got three, and you let this nigga come out before you, and you the A side. We all know you the A side, he the B side, and you let him come out before you. I already knew this shit. I mean, come out last. I already knew that shit was some bullshit. Earl, I ain't trying to hear that shit, bro. I love you. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Get your shit together, bro. Make sure you get healthy, get back in the gym, do whatever you got to do, train, whatever you got to do, get ready for this rematch. But other than that, nigga, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit from my brother Earl. I ain't trying to hear that, man. Man, but I do want to say this. Terrence Crawford, if that make you feel a certain type of way of that he had all these excuses or whatever, and you wanted to say, oh no, I'm going to retire and all that other shit and blah, 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 and you want to not do the rematch, you're a coward too, bro. Get your goofy ass out of here too. You always been a goofy to me. You been a corny nigga to me. Personally. Your skills is real. 100%. Your skills, real. But as a person, you're a goofy, bro. You always been a goofy. That's why I never liked you. Personally, I don't like Terrence Crawford. I think Terrence Crawford is a goofy. He a corny ass black dude. Fuck out of here. Nigga, you mad because, oh, he has some excuses. So what? So what? So what? You made the greatest business deal ever out in boxing history, where somehow, nigga, you negotiated to the way that you got guaranteed 20 million, like you some type of A-side. You got that, right? And then you got somehow in a contract that even if you would have lost, you get a rematch. How that work, bro? Fuck out of here. You got one belt, he got three, and somehow you can negotiate that. And then somehow, nigga, you still negotiated. And I'm giving you props for this. I'm not shitting on you for that, because you pulled the curtain on a lot of these niggas, but not me. And somehow, some way, you got to walk out like you had the most belts, like you the big dog. Wow. Please, bro. Terrence Crawford, man. Shut your goofy ass up, man. You gonna retire, nigga. Nobody give a fuck about you like that. You one of the greats. If Tim Bradley can make the Hall of Fame off of his resume, you sure can too. To me, you ain't no different than Timberly Bradley to me. Honestly, well, I ain't gonna say that. You're a little better than him. So yeah, you a Hall of Famer. But other than that, nigga, get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna put you up with the top 5 greats boxers. I'm not doing that. You fought 2 dudes that I consider Hall of Famers. Fuck out of here. That's elite fighters. Fuck out of here. And let me just say this. This is why Devin Haney and Terrence Crawford, personally, I don't like. They skill level, I give them props. They are bad business. Whoever do business for them or whatever decisions they do make, they do bad business. Terrence Crawford just like motherfucking Devin Haney. He could have been for Earl years ago when his contract was up. He could have been a free agent. Well, he was and stayed a free agent and went over to PBC and fought them talking about they ducked him and all this other shit. Nobody can duck you when you're a free agent. If you want to be the great and you want to fight the best at that, you know sooner or later you got to take less money to go fight people that's on more of the A side than you are. Because you got to prove who you are. Sometimes. Terrence Crawford was a free agent, and he decided to take his ass back over there with Bob Arum, and got mad at Bob Arum because Bob Arum ain't make the fights that he wanted. Nigga, you already knew that already. The man already proved to you that he wasn't going to do it. You already knew that, bro. So when people get mad at me and say, "Oh, well, Kenny, you hating on Terrence Crawford." No, I'm not, y'all. I'm telling y'all that Terrence Crawford fucked his whole legacy up because of who he is. Terrence Crawford fucked his own legacy up. You beat Earl Spence, one of the top guys, the money makers, one of the superstars, top 3 superstars, maybe 4 or 5 in that top 5. He can be pound for pound. Anybody can give nigga pound for pound. We talking about nigga that bring that bank in. Or Noi or whoever the fuck he is from the Japanese, yeah. He probably get that bank over there, but can he get bank over here? Where real boxing is. Where the real boxing fans are. Anybody outside of America is not really a lot of true boxing fans. Boxing was created here. You got to do this shit here. You got to sell here. You notice Anthony Joshua. He can't sell here. Because when he came here, he got his ass whipped. He ain't sell all that like he was selling over there where he from. Fuck out of here, man. This is business, nigga. These are facts that motherfuckers got to stop ignoring. Terrence Crawford don't sell shit. And he decided to re-sign with Bob Arum after he was a free agent. He could have been for all those guys over at PBC when they was in their prime, when they was coming up. He decided to sign back with Bob. He know if he go back to sign with Bob, he not getting no motherfucking fights. Bob already told you already. You was complaining about it already. So everybody, all Terrence Crawford fans and the Devin Haney fans, these niggas always sign with niggas that they can't fight with. That their owners, a lot of their promotional people tell them, yeah, we gonna get you in a fight, and they don't get them. Fuck out of here, man. I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of niggas lying. I'm sick of Terrence Crawford fans and Devin Haney fans lying. You ain't gonna fight none of them PBC niggas long as you still with the promoters you with. You know why? It ain't because of the PBC. It's because of your side of where you at. And you know that. The PBC ain't got no problem doing joint ventures. They have no problem doing it. We have seen it already. So the Devin Haney and the Terrence Crawford fans, stop that shit, man. People duck turns. People ducking Devin Haney. Ain't nobody ducking them niggas. Them niggas the real ducks. Cause if I want to fight a nigga, if I'm Devin Haney, I'm a free agent. I want to fight Tank. I'm going over there where he at. If I really want that smoke, how I present myself, I want the smoke. I want the Tank fight. Oh, Tank, I'm coming over that bitch. I want to fight you, nigga. I think I could beat your bitch ass. All right, give me 30. All right, take 30. Come on. All right, I'll fight a fight. You fight your fight. Then nigga, all right, come on, let's go. I fight me a little tune up. You take your tune up. Nigga, let's fight then. Fuck out of here, nigga. Them niggas don't want to fight when it's time to fight. Let me tell y'all something, Devin Haney fans and Bill Haney and all y'all, and this is what I do know. This is a fact that I do know. I know this for a fact. Tank ain't got that many fights left. He ain't got that many left. Tank probably... Tank might only be fighting for another two to maybe 3 years. That's it. Tank made a lot of money, bro. Floyd got him to make a lot of money, bro. Him himself too. Tank made a lot of money. And Floyd helped that. And he investing good too. Nigga, he ain't got time to be sitting around waiting on you goofy niggas. You think you can beat Tank? Take what Tank gonna offer you. You're not the A side, so you don't get the control shit. It just is what it is. It was like Shakur. Shakur can't fight Tank. Only if Bob allow it. And I'm telling y'all, Bob is not going to allow that. He's scared of Tank. He don't believe in his fighter. That Shakur fight could happen at the end of this year. But I'm telling y'all, Shakur got to go out there and his next fight and do some shit. But at the end of the year, it could happen. But Bob won't allow it to happen. They with the wrong promotion coming. Yo, when these niggas come free agents, yo, bro, you ain't got to sit there and you don't even got to do 3-year deals. You just do a 2-fight deal. Say, look, I'm going there. It's like Canelo. Canelo could do whatever the fuck he want to do. And that's so with them. Look, I want to fight Tank. Listen, I do a tune-up fight over here. Give me who you got. And then, nigga, I want Tank after this then. That shit can get worked out that way. That's the same thing that happened to Ryan. He was like, oh, I heard people say, how that shit can happen when Ryan do that, he on another thing. He did that because Ryan understood. They had a conversation. Tank said he want to do a tune-up. You can get a tune-up if you want or not, but that's on you. But I want to do a tune-up, and then we fight. That's how the Ryan shit happened. Ryan decided not to do a tune-up. That's how that happened. When you A-level star, when you bring in paper, like Tank does, you can do shit like that. But Devin can't do that. When Ryan got his following, he can do that. That's how that fight happened. Because Ryan had that following like that. And he was telling us, listen, man, we can make big money on this fucking fight. Oscar had no choice. I'm telling y'all, if Devin Haney does another pay-per-view that flops again, nobody's going to believe in his financial bringing. So whoever he fights next, he better fight somebody big where he can bring some generate. He said he can generate some things to where people pay attention. Because if he doesn't, if his next fight be on some bullshit like it just did, Yo, niggas ain't going to be. Yo, these promoters not going to want to. And then off of the tactics that Bill Haney be talking, niggas not going to want to do business, bro, with him. Honestly. But anyway, people. Shout out to Tank. Shout out to Coach Cal. Shout out to the city of B-More, man. You know I love the city. I love y'all, man. Shout out to Devin Haney, man. Nothing but love, man. That's a young black brother. Shout out to Bill Haney, even though he be on that fuck shit. But shout out to him. Shout out to Terrence Crawford. Of course, Earl. Shout out to everybody, man. This shit is just facts. It ain't no shit to sit here and lie about. I ain't lying about nothing. I'm just telling niggas the factuals. And sometimes I get a little excited with it, but it should be real. I'm a realist, man. But anyway, leave your comments, hit the like button. Support your boy, Mr. OBF. Peace and love to the world.